Oracle. What should they call her? What should they call her? Oracle. Hey, my loves. How is everybody? I hope everybody had a great holiday. I think this might be my first live for YouTube that is open to the public since the holidays. So I just wanted to take the time to first off say happy holidays. We're here to do Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Okay, right now, Cancer, Jupiter has been in your sign for a little bit, and I think it's still in retrograde. Let's look it up, the exact date. I think it's going to end soon, but then it's got to move forward, right? Okay. Sorry, guys. Starts on November 11th and lasts until March 2026, right? So then it will go forward and it'll start making its ingress into Leo. So what has Jupiter brought you thus far? Are you noticing any areas of expansion? I feel like there's a lot of big things that are going to be happening this year. We're going to take a look at some of these transits for you. I feel like we already know that Pluto is in Aquarius, but it's going to be joined by the North Node and Mars, and then it'll be opposing. What's good, Project Execute? It'd be opposing Jupiter and Leo with the South Node. So there's going to be big action on that Leo Aquarius axis. And if you're a Cancer rising, then that would mean that this would affect your second house of finances. Let's start there, right? But there's going to be a lot of movement this year. This is also a number 1 year for the collective, although it may not be that personal number for you. How you can determine your personal numbers, take your birth month and your birth date, add that up, and then add 1 for the 2026, right? And that's going to tell you what number year this is. Make sure it's a single digit, okay? And if not, you can look up how to find out what your personal year number is going to be. So we're going to get started. We're going to take a look at what is coming towards you guys. I'm going to use the Isis deck. We're going to see what you should be embodying this year. Then we're going to take a look at some affirmations that would be helpful this year. Then we're going to take a look at what are the challenges this year. And then I'm going to do a Celtic for you. So kick back, relax, get something to drink, something to snack on. Okay, Spirit, can you show me, please, what is it that my Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node need to know? Messages of importance, please. Can you show me what do they need to know in regards to 2026? Spirit, can you show me, please? I also feel like this Uranus in Taurus, that would be, depending on, if it's your rising or not. But if it's your rising, it would be in your 11th house, social circles, right? But when it goes into Gemini, it'll be in your 12th house. So how that is going to be shaping up your experience for this year, okay? You have here the Queen of Heaven, blessings from the Divine Empress of the Skies. let's read that really quickly before we get started. Blessing from the divine empress of the skies. The queen of heaven, the divine empress of the skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now. As a man or a woman, you have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world, right? So there's like this death and rebirth happening, and we have been in a shedding, because I feel like the whole of 2025 was a completion. We had very big transits, long-standing transits that were culminating all at the same time. We're still presently in that energy, right? And it was a 9-year having to close things out. And in 2026, a lot of these new cycles are going to begin. So that's kind of where we are right now. Let's look at, is there a prayer for this? Empress of the skies, heavenly queen, beloved Isis, my heart is keen, from darkness and fear to be released, to connect with my power in deepest peace. Bless me that this may be so, in accordance with heaven's plans that I grow. Beloved queen, clothe me in your authority and light. I now claim my spiritual birthright. So this is about coming into power now that we have released some things, shedded some things, okay? Let's see what your affirmation should be for the year. You know, Cancer, you guys are a cardinal sign. So you're not really necessarily afraid of change. You'll lean into it, although you may be emotionally driven by the flow of events or change, okay? Spirit, can you show me, please? Affirmations for Cancer 2026, please. Thank you. You got 4. I experience once in a lifetime opportunities multiple times a day. So I feel like this has to do with manifestation, and maybe, you know, I feel like most of you, it might have been a couple of years ago that you started to really hone in, seeing vision boards and stuff. But that you could have found that to be like hit or miss. I feel like now things are coming into like you're getting a rhythm, okay? Although I feel like Spirit just said barren lands like 2025. Even though you made progress, you could have felt like the behind the wheel or the ball chasing you, like made it by the hair of my chinny chin chin, right? Wealth is my birthright. So this is like stepping into a new season. You can take a photo of that if you like. Okay, and this is reminding yourself, you remind me of a love, right? Reminding yourself what is yours, what should be yours. Okay, let me just fix one thing I did do. Apologies. Okay. Better. Okay. So I don't work for money. Money works for me. So again, with the manifestation energy, right? And I expect amazing opportunities today. So this is like switching. And, you know, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node, you have been accused, okay, of being moody, of being swayed by your emotions. And I feel like this is you becoming the master of your frequency, and recognizing that you could use that emotionality to power your manifestation rather than that emotionality ruling over your path. Okay, so let's look at what might be the challenges for my Cancer gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. North Node, Spirit, show me. What are the challenges for 2026 for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node? So I feel like you may be coming into 2026, like I said, feeling like the ball was chasing you. This could have been the debt ball. This could have been like I got a better job, yet the money's going out as fast as it's coming in. It's giving me very much like that. Okay, I feel like there's been an improvement in the frequency of your relationships or the lack thereof. Like, in other words, in the time that you've spent single, right? There's been a lot of reflection, growth. You're more balanced in your emotions, or understand that there's no bad energy and that you can waste energy, like, in a sense, like you need to know how to store it and what to use it for. Okay, but you could still feel the pinch of poverty, or feel like you're always like I said, behind the ball. Like, why is the money coming in as fast as it's going out? Community, right? And despair. Spirit is saying you take care of too many people, too many things. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you had bad health and message. Now, there could be someone, a situation that is arising. Someone of importance, a situation that must be addressed. Okay. And because of that, other situations that are going on around you, you could now start to prioritize, like, oh no, I've been helping you for way too long. It's time for you to stand on your own 2 feet. And this over here is an undue burden. Like, oh, I love my second car, but I never drive it. I'm paying for insurance. I have to pay for a garage. Like, you could just be looking at shit and just reshaping how you move and what you feel is necessary. Okay, and it may be due to a necessary situation. Under this bad health and message, there's sudden wealth. So this could be a year where, I feel like towards the second half, I did tell you that there was Jupiter would be in, especially for Cancer rising, like in your second house, right? So there could be some kind of money coming towards you, but that could be after you prioritize some things, is the energy that I'm feeling. All right, we're going to take a look. We're going to get you guys' Celtic going. All of the other elements have been done. All that is left after today is Scorpio and Pisces. Show me, Spirit. Knight of Wands. I feel like you do have some breakaway energy. Like, I want change. Seasons change. People change. Okay, so I feel like there's something here that you're having to, like, assess. Okay, prioritize, move around, clear out. Spirit, can you show me what is the situation for my Cancers? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. North Node, please. For Cancers, you have the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Wands coming out cross. Spirit, can you show me what is the blockage for Cancers? The moon coming out cross. Spirit, secrets. Can you show me, please? Foundation. What's the foundation of the situation for 2026, please? The Hierophant, hope and faith. Spirit, can you show me what is falling away, please? Coming out cross, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so these are relationships or obligations to relationships. Some kind of ties that you have to people. Like I said, there's something that you're trimming out. You're trimming out the fat. Spirit, can you show me what is crowning? You have the Two of Wands in reverse with the Four of Swords. Sometimes doing nothing, saying nothing is an answer. Spirit, can you show me what is coming in for Cancer, please? What's coming in for Cancer? What's coming in for Cancer, please? What's coming in for Cancer? The Knight of Swords. Okay, so there's going to be a discussion about something. Okay, Spirit, can you show me what, how is it that Cancer sees themselves? 2026, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. It is the Eight of Wands with the Six of Cups. Spirit, can you show me how is it that others see Cancer? How is it that others see Cancer? The Wheel of Fortune. Spirit, can you show me how is it, what is it in hopes and what's in their hopes and fears, please? Hopes and fears, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Spirit, can you show me what's in their hopes and fears? Hopes and fears, please. That's a lot, but fuck it. I'm going to take it. Okay. And can you show me the most likely outcome, please? And you have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. I told you there's like some shedding, trimming the fat. There could also be spiritually, physically, emotionally, some type of death and transformation that is going to be occurring for you guys. I feel like after that is where you get the bounty of that, or God forbid, the actual inheritance in some sort. Okay, so let's talk about it. You have here, you got a lot of cards, few cards crossed, especially right at the beginning. You got the Seven of Wands with the Queen of Wands crossed. You might feel a little defenseless, naked, like raw. Maybe this has been a year that has left you a little raw. Okay. Seven of Wands. Okay. You could have you could be on the verge of burnout. You could be tired. Spirit, can you show me why is the Seven of Wands crossed, please? With the Two of Knives, there were a lot of surprise events. There could have been some things also you were trying to evade having to confront. Maybe there was a lot of things happening in the year and some things got pushed on the burner. I don't feel it's like with malice or anything. This kind of feels like, you know what? This is a bad financial year. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to have to charge some things on my card, although that's not normally like me. I worry about it later. Now could be later. Okay, where you're like, I have to now get myself, the holidays are just about over, tax season's coming, I need a plan, I need to get on the ball. You got the Queen of Wands here coming out cross. You could feel like your mojo's a little out of whack right now. Okay, you could feel a little insecure about either a relationship, a financial standing, where you're living. A lot of things could be affecting your magnetism. I feel like maybe some of you are going to tell me that you have to move this year and you're a little concerned about finding the price with the right price with the changes financially, that the changes I've been going through, right? Now you have here the Father of Coins and the Four Sticks. Some of you could be having, a situation about finances with your partners, Father of Coins and the Four Sticks. You could be trying to build some stability for you Cancer risings, okay, and Cancer suns. You could be really trying to emulate more of Capricorn energy, and less of like being swayed by your emotions, like, oh, I was out and I just felt like, having another round, or oh, I was out and I saw this bag and I just decided I really wanted it, right? Like, I feel like those, you had that season already and you recognize that. Okay, and there's something about craving of stability. Okay, you have the moon coming out crossed in the blockage. Spirit, can you show me what is this moon? And this is your card, 10 of baskets. Okay, I feel like your love language could have something to do with your finances. Okay, and there's like this dreamy emotionality, and like wanting to feel like abundance is tied to your love frequency somehow. This could be, getting things that are past your means, like, well, I have 3 boys, and each one of them wanted $200 sneakers. And then on top of that, they wanted their own video games, and one of them's going to get their first system, like their video game system. And I have 3 PlayStations in my house, and they're just ripping my mouth out. Like, why can't they play on one, right? They could be, you recognizing that you take on a lot for love. And I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't. It's just something else is going to happen that's going to make you recognize that you have to trim down the fat. Okay. So Hierophant is here at the foundation, Spirit. Why? Okay, with justice. So this is like the judge and the lawyer, or judge and fairness. Some of you could be waiting on some child support. Okay, there could be something legally that is panning out, or this could have been on a 9-year, coming off the back of a 9-year. You could have just went through a divorce or in a separation, or there's things about that, right? 4 of Swords with the 7 of Knives. Especially if, male or female, if you were with somebody who was trying to evade helping you, getting that strongly, right? And this person could try to make it very hard for you. Okay. Maybe you have put off going after benefits or something, but then something else comes up and it's like, I can't do everything. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. I'll give you a situation. Let's say that you've been a single mom for a while, or a single dad. I don't, no side picking here. And then that other person doesn't pay anything. They don't come around. They don't do shit, right? And then you've been doing it. Like, fuck it, 2 tears in the bucket. I'll do it by myself then, right? But one day, God forbid, you break your ankle. They tell you you're going to be out 12 weeks. You need a surgery, some shit. Now you gotta, you call this person. This person tells you, I don't know what you're going to do. And all you got left is to go down and file. Right? Get on the system, do whatever you got to do for the little bit of time. It could be something like that, where you're forced, like where it's not a permanent condition, where you know that you will come out of it, but there could be a financial period of restriction. Okay, here's the Queen of Cups. This is you. Looks like you are extending your hand, or you've extended your hand to these people, this person before. Okay, I feel like now it's like they're not there. Ace of Sticks. Okay, passion. 6 of sticks. Okay, and the big queen, the Empress. Okay, so for those of you that's kind of your scenario in some way, like that, male or female. You could have made a decision that it was just easier to love on your child and take care of the situation at hand. But now a situation has arisen where to not do it is in the detriment of your child. And so rather than feeling guilty about that, you need to recognize that. Okay? Because you're not wanting things to be messy will be taking things away from the child. Get off my soapbox. Okay, so 2 of Wands in reverse with the 5 of Coins out here. So you're like, I have no choice. Okay, something would be left out in the cold. And the 9 of Sticks, this is me fighting for what I have to do. 4 of Swords, right? With the Father of Knives. Okay, so there could be somebody who's sitting on their laurels and not assisting you. There also could be you trying to, contemplate what's the smartest way for a long-term plan. Okay, but the Hierophant's here. For some of you could be married to somebody who's kind of like separated and they're like refusing to help you. For some of you could still be with this person. Okay, but there's something about help. It feels very family oriented. 10 of Baskets. 4 of Sticks. 2 of Knives. Something that can't really be helped. I don't feel like it's something of your doing. I feel like something just comes up and it puts you in a bind. And this may have already happened. You could be trying to come out of this situation. Okay, Spirit, can you show me why is this Knight of Swords here? With the 3 of Knives. I feel like, this could be like somebody who's like, well, you said that you wanted to do it all on your own, so go ahead and do that. Okay, 5 of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. And the 9 of Coins. I feel like you wanted to avoid some kind of drama with the Strength card here. 6 of Baskets, but Black Hermit is here. And it's like you have to manifest. We was talking about in the beginning of the reading that there was something about you learning the power of your manifestation or how to direct it in an appropriate way, how to take your emotions out of it, right? And this would be an emotional situation. It feels like it affects somebody you love, okay? And the 10 of Swords here. And maybe normally this person would get you to comply by making you emotional, making you want to get away from them, making you knowing that you would not like, I feel pride, but I also feel contempt. So it's like you're like, to even have to come to you after the things that you've done is unacceptable, right? But this time, okay, their usual way of manipulating you into the emotionality, it's not going to work. Okay, so the Hermit is here with the Emperor. This person could work for themselves, or they could be trying to work off the books or something. Ace of Pentacles, okay, but the Devil is here. And the Mother of Coins. So I feel like now you're like, okay, all right, I'm gonna fuck my emotions. All right, I can show you better than I can tell you. Okay, so you have over here the 8 of Wands with the 6 of Cups in how you see yourselves. Okay, I feel like there's something traditional about you, although you may not necessarily say that. outwardly. Okay, maybe this is somebody that you were with from young or something. But it has to do something to do with tradition and what you believe, and the Two of Cups about love, and the Three of Coins and relationships, and Father Sims and your own relationship with your dad, and Mother of Sticks and being, you could have had a situation. Okay, I could be speaking to one particular person, where your father was the reliable parent, and the mother, not that she wasn't reliable, but that she was maybe a little selfish. Okay. And I feel like you may have been caught in the middle of a situation, and it feels very much like you wanted to do something different in your own situation. You probably never wanted to be separate from the person, but life and things happen, right? So it feels very much like you've taken pride in doing things in a different way, but it seems like something's happening now that is causing some type of juncture where you're like having a different perception. Okay, so the Eight of Wands. Sorry, guys. I will pick that up in a few minutes. The Eight of Wands is here. Spirit, why is this Eight of Wands here? With the Seven of Sticks crossed, okay? Again, the sensation of like, I have to make some communication, even though I've tried to avoid it. I've had this person blocked or something like that. Okay? Magician at the bottom of the deck. For those of you that are on a little bit on the witchy side, you might have lit a candle or something before you called this person, just because it feels like you really want to avoid drama. Okay, so the Six of Cups, Spirit, why? With the Seven of Knives and the Six of Swords. I feel like if you get through to this person, because some of you, they're going to be evasive, right? But I feel like this person's going to lie about their finances, or they're going to accuse you of lying about your situation. Okay, free man. Okay, I feel like this person, male or female, they probably have a decent job, or they are making decent money, however they do that. Okay. I feel like this person, they could be telling you, well, I have a situation, well, I just started a new family or whatever. Like, they're giving you the runaround. Okay, and it's kind of forcing you, okay, with the Star card here, the free man, the Fool, and then the King of Cups, which would be your king in between. It's also making you think about your own upbringing, and the Eight of Swords, and feeling like you really don't have a way out. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit, why? The Emperor, the Seven of Coins, the Son of Baskets, okay, and the Eight of Knives. So for a couple of you, there's a person there that they feel like they shouldn't have to help you with something because maybe you have a better job or a higher degree, but you're also putting food and a roof over, kids or whatever. They're like counting your pockets, kind of, okay? And they're not looking at the whole situation for what it is. And it's almost like, there's a little kid here. It's almost like they use that. Okay, I know this is like a very specific. Okay, and let's say this has to do with your childhood, right? This could be mirroring something for you, right? And the Eight of Swords and some type of crossroads that you're at. Okay. This person, I just want to kind of prepare you if you are attempting to go into some type of legal situation with this person. This person is going to say that you weren't allowing them to see the child. Ace of Swords, the moon, okay, and them bones, like which is the judgment card in this deck, right? Fuck that. Don't worry about that shit. Okay? Don't worry about that shit. In your hopes and fears, you have the 10 of cups. Did it for the love, right? 8 of pentacles and the 6 of pentacles. This is hopes and fears, okay? With the 4 coins and the 3 of baskets. Now, while all of this is happening, there could be someone okay that comes in and says, hey, I'd like to help you, or hey, I'm interested in you, and they could be sincere and want to collaborate with you, okay? But you could be very much stuck in this mindset of like, well, the last time I did that shit, I'm still fucking paying for it because I still have to deal with this person. This person makes my life difficult, right? So you could have the heebie-jeebies about a new relationship. Spirit said you manifest love, but then you also are afraid of it in a sense because you feel like a situation will repeat. Okay, you got the 8 of Pentacles here in the same position. Spirit, why is this 8 of Pentacles here? 8 of Pentacles comes out with the Wheel of Fortune, right? I keep working at it. Same thing keeps happening, right? And it's almost like Spirit's like, you manifest love, and then when we bring it, you don't want to look at it because you fighting with this person, right? And the 6 of baskets. And if you ever really want to experience that love, and I said to you before, there's like some situation that makes you have to take the stance of what's love got to do with it. So while you're doing that, you could be pushing away new opportunities, new friendships, new collaborations. Okay, there's something about trust. Okay, 6 of Pentacles in the same position, Spirit wide, comes out with the 10 of coins. Okay, it could have been like, let's say you, male or female, was in a relationship. You guys were supposed to take turns going to school, right? Maybe they were their program was shorter, gonna make more money. They went first. Then, you're halfway through your shit and y'all break up, and then there's no assistance for you, right? Now you still got to finish it out, right? Because that's how you're gonna make your bread and keep the situation afloat. Like there's a hardship that can't be avoided, that isn't permanent, but it's making you have to face something. Okay, I feel like you're going to get blessed with this, especially if somebody was avoiding some kind of court situation and you've been more than accommodating because you wanted to do it different than how it was done to you or some shit. Yeah, that shit's going to pay off for you. Okay, so the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit, 2 of Pentacles. With the Hierophant, the ancestors, The Mother of Sticks and the Six of Knives. So I also got another image. You could be like a dad who has custody of a child. Okay, same scenario. Like I said before, you've been doing it on your own. This person could have went and got married again. They're telling you, well, I don't work, I stay at home, right? And they could be married to somebody who's got a little something in their pocket, but they don't work. And you was trying to be a stand-up guy and not have your hand out. But then something happens, right? Like I said, you break an ankle, you can't go to work, something. And rather than them saying, okay, we'll help, right? Which kind of puts you in the Two of Pentacles, Hierophant. Okay, Death card. You could have been married to this person. Okay. And it's like really letting go of something in a different way. Six of Knives. Okay. Going to calmer waters. Mother of Sticks. I feel like there's this energy of like them calling you out or saying like, how could you do this or something? And it's like, fuck it, 2 tears in a bucket. And 8 of Swords is here. Why is this here, Spirit? Can you show me why is the 8 of Swords here for Cancer, please? 8 of Swords, you know, prison of their own making, blocked, okay? The Magician, okay, and then the 2 of baskets. Learn to differentiate who to leave behind, and that was what Spirit was kind of saying in the beginning about not being ruled by your emotions, but using the power of the emotion to manifest what it is you want to bring into reality. Don't let somebody make you feel guilty about choices they made, and then they've been skirting their obligations. Okay. 8 of Cups, move your feet, lose your seat, right? Daughter of Knives, somebody want to argue now. 7 of Cups, okay. But they're like, they have no leg to stand on, okay. And the Daughter of Sticks. You know, I feel like whoever this was, they wanted to shirk some type of responsibility while you watered and cared for the garden. Okay, I feel like that's over now. I feel like because even though you weren't trying to even the score in any way or anything like that, it's like the universe has put you in a situation where they knew how you would respond. You would do the right thing for the child or for the parent or for whoever, right? For the situation. And now somebody could be upset about that, but that's really not your fault. Let's look at this Death card that was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's put this another way. Let's say this is like siblings. 3 of Swords. It could have been a heartbreak. I did mention there could be some kind of loss, right? And the Knight of Pentacles. God forbid, like that, you know, funeral expenses. Everybody comes, but nobody says, hey, how we doing this? 10 of Swords and the Page and the 6 of Cups, right? Like y'all are not kids anymore. We're all responsible or something. It's like you're recognizing that people have been leaning on you way too fucking much. Okay, Moon, Cancer, your card, Judgment, is up and it's stuck. Wait till you tell them that you're not doing this shit anymore. Okay, some of them are gonna be like upset, and then they might be a little like, but why? Come running to you. Ace, I thought you loved me. Like they're trying to emotionally manipulate you, like I said before, because they know if they would say certain trigger words that it would you know, elicit certain responses, but you're not falling for it. Okay. And I feel like this is something that the divine has brought about for you to free yourself, free your mind, right? Of obligations that really aren't yours and that maybe you were taking on as a labor of love for whatever reason that may have been. But now the jig is up, okay? And it's like you're expecting to be treated fairly or at bare minimum be compensated in some way, shape, or form for the lack of like not needing. That's really what it feels like. You're like, well, I ain't never need no fucking help, and now that I do, you got the nerve to fix your face to say, like it's something like that. Okay, I don't think this is going to go well for them. I'm going to look at what chakra will be most affected by this before we get out of this reading. But Spirit is telling you, you could save yourself a lot of trouble by when this situation arises. Don't waste too much time trying to convince somebody of decisions you will have to make and that are right for you. And don't allow somebody to manipulate you out of holding others accountable, okay, for their obligations, okay, whatever those obligations may be. It's, this could be the friend that calls you up and dumps her energy all over you, right? Not caring that you got big shit going on and doesn't ask how you're doing or whatever, right? Spirit. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Acceptance. Okay. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Okay. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And I did say Spirit is kind of putting you in a situation to stop over giving, stop doing for others that wouldn't do for you. Okay. And maybe that is your love language, but it's putting you in some kind of financial detriment. Okay. And honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. There could be a large part of this that makes you 47 on the clock. 47:17 on the clock. Okay. I feel like this is you could always be saying yes because you feel like if you don't say yes, people will be angry at you. Okay. And that is a reflection of how you feel about your own self-worth. And that needs to be examined, Cancer. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Right? Don't let people try to use your kindness for weakness. And, don't be swayed by your emotions. I know it's difficult, but look, happiness and empathy is at the bottom, and love. Okay. You just got to keep going, babes. Perseverance. You just got to keep going. Okay. I feel like this is something that Jupiter rewards you for this. I feel like there's going to be a square between you and Aries. And Saturn is there, Neptune is there, or will be for, going forward in 2026. And I feel like you have to follow your intuition, stick to your guns. Because somebody wants to use old ways to corral you back into submission. I feel like when you pass that test, it feels like the financial doors open. Jupiter in Leo. Okay. That's what I have for my Cancer gang. I am going to be doing Scorpio, if not today, probably tomorrow. I am wishing you all light and love and blessings on blessings. Bye, gang.